At the moment, as you can see, I have this incredible and complex animation. The size of my text is increasing and decreasing over time. Once you add the new time mapper node, you will see nothing, because this node needs a gradient image to be connected in the green point. It will take the gradient and use it to remap the time. You have two main controls: how much you want to offset the black parts and the white parts. Add a background node and change the type to gradient. Connect the gradient to the green point of the time mapper. If I add both animations side by side, you can't see any real difference at the moment. That's because the offset value is too low. If I increase the offset white to 60, now you can see that something is changing. On the left is the animation before the time mapper, and on the right is with the time mapper. If I increase it more, you'll start to see a bigger difference. But keep in mind that the higher offset you have, the slower the render will be. If I load the gradient, you can see that in the parts of the image that are in the black of the gradient, they have zero offset, and as we move to the white parts, they are getting more and more offset. Of course, you can make it even stronger by pushing the black offset into some negative values, but this will make it even harder to play it back. One very important note for this effect is that it works way better in a higher frame rate projects. If you try to use it in 25 frames per second project, in faster animation, you will start to see very clear bending points. That's the basic way of using it. The fun part comes when you add different kind of gradient to map your animation. I think this tool is available only in the studio version, so if you are in the free version, you can cry all you want. Open your clip in the Fusion page and add a merge node. Bring a directional blur node in empty space, connect your clip to this, and drag it to the left viewer. Change the type to centered, and increase the length slider to 0.2. Add a waviness node after. Change the type to horizontal, and bring down the scale slider. Bring a lens distortion node, increase the distortion slider, check the split channel box, and play around with the channels just to waste your time. Add a zoom blur node. Increase the zoom amount slider. Open the channel adjustments, and waste your time even more. Change the blur type to stylized. And of course, for the last step, add a soft glow node. Set the threshold slider to 0.4, the gain slider to 1, and increase the glow size. Open the color scale menu, and play around with the color sliders, just because I said so. Connect it to the merge node as a foreground. Add an ellipse mask to the merge node, check the invert box, and increase the soft edge slider. Open your clip in the Fusion page, and add a merge node. Bring a time stretcher node in empty space, connect your clip to this, and then to the green point of the merge node. Deactivate the keyframe for the source time slider, right-click on it, and select expression. Type down this super complex expression, you can find it in the description. Bring a fast noise node in empty space, and drag it to the left viewer. Increase the contrast slider, and the sieve rate slider. Go to the color tab, and increase the alpha slider for the first color. Add a mosaic blur after the fast noise. Bring down the pixel frequency roughly around 4, and bring down the aliasing slider all the way. Open the advanced controls, and adjust the aspect slider to your liking. Add a brightness and contrast node after, increase the contrast slider, and bring down the gamma slider. Copy and paste the time stretcher node, and connect the contrast to this second one. For this one, set the interpolation mode to nearest. Add a bitmap node in empty space, and change the channel to luminance. Connect the second time stretcher node to the yellow point of the bitmap, and then to the blue point of the merge node. Select the merge node and increase the size slider. If you want, you can go to the Settings tab, and uncheck one of the color channels. You can also experiment with the apply modes, but usually only the normal mode works fine. Open your clip in the Fusion page, and add a merge node. Go to the Settings tab, and uncheck the green channel. Add another merge node after, go to the Settings tab again, and uncheck the green and the blue channel. Bring a time stretcher node in empty space, and connect your clip to this. Uncheck the keyframe button for the time source slider, right-click on it, and select expression. Write down this simple expression, random, open bracket, time, close bracket. Add a stop motion node after, and change the frame repeat slider to 3. Connect this to the first merge node as a foreground. Select the time stretcher and the stop motion node, copy and paste them in some empty space, connect your clip to this again, and then to the second merge node. Bring a grain node after the second merge, increase the power and the grain size slider, just because you're a nerd and you like to add film grain to everything. Open your clip in the Fusion page, and add a merge node. Change the apply mode to screen, and you will see nothing. Bring a wand node in empty space, connect your clip to this, and drag it to the left viewer. Bring a matte control node in empty space, connect your clip to the yellow point, and the wand node to the green point. Change the combine to combine alpha, check the post multiply box, and increase the blur slider. Add a transform node after the matte control, and increase the size slider. Bring my favorite soft glow node after. Increase the glow slider, and connect it to the merge node as a foreground. If you want, you can open the color scale menu and add some color to your glow. You can go to the wand node, and adjust the range slider, to change the mask range. The setup of the effect is ready, and you are free to play around with the sliders to bring it to your taste. Obviously, my version will be the best, but it's not possible for everyone to be super talented like me. Open your clip in the Fusion page, and add a merge node. Change the apply mode to screen, and increase the size slider. Bring the contour node in empty space, connect your clip to this, and drag it to the left viewer. Adjust the width slider to your liking. Right-click to the threshold slider, and select to modify it with anim curves. If you want to make the animation faster, go to the Modifiers tab, and increase the scale slider. Add a drip node after, set the frequency roughly around 2, right-click to the phase slider and select to modify it with anim curves. Go to the Modifiers tab, and increase the scale slider to adjust the speed. Back to the Tools tab, play around with the amplitude slider to adjust the strength of the wave. Add a contrast and brightness node, and use the gamma slider to have more control over the edges. Make sure you check the clip black box, just because I said so. If you want, you can also bring down the saturation. Bring a soft glow node, adjust the threshold slider, and the glow size, to your liking, and connect it to the green point of the merge node. At this point, you basically need to go through the nodes, spend some days playing around with the sliders until you come up with something that looks okay.